welcome to another episode of Coffee Breaks with Becky. I'm Becky. I am a licensed attorney in California. I practice exclusively family law, and I use this as a way for me to answer your family law questions on my coffee break. So grab a cup of coffee if you enjoy coffee, and let's talk today. It's fall, so it's starting to get to be hoodie weather around here. I'm working from home today. Fall doesn't equal pumpkin anything for me. I'm not a pumpkin spice girl. I'm a football girl. NFL, college, but my favorite is my son plays high school football now. So anyway, beside the point. Today we are going to talk about 3 things that you can do that are pretty simple that will kind of help you throughout your family law case. Custody specifically, we're talking about custody today. Although I suppose actually it could apply to divorce. So, all right, well, let's just go with divorce and custody cases. Anything that's when it's something that's disputed. I'm just going to give you 3 simple ways today that you can things that you can do or actually refrain from doing that will help you throughout your case. And the first one is pretty simple. It's do not post. I think we talked about this earlier or in a different episode, but don't post on social media about your case. Don't post about any parties in your case. Don't post about the other attorneys. Don't post about the judges. I've actually seen somebody do this, and they were the partner of the person. So and they were venting about the judge, which, I mean, honestly, is just such a bad idea. You just want to keep all of that off social media because the other side can find it and use it against you. If it's your partner, they'll still use it against you because it's just sort of it'll just make the judge mad, and you definitely don't want a judge mad at you. So I would just refrain from talking about your case, talking about any of the other side, your ex, their new partner, their attorneys, anything to do with that. Just keep it off social media. So that's number 1. It's better if people on social media don't even know you're going through it. That's when you know you're doing the right thing. Second would be anything that's important that is kind of in dispute, get it in a text or email, somewhere written. If you are, for example, like a custody exchange, if you are switching anything out of the normal, hey, can I pick little Johnny up at 4 instead of 5? Don't ask over the phone, because if you get there at 4 and they change their mind, it's not going to be helpful. Text it, because if they say yes, then you go at 4, and then they deny you. You have the text that you can show your attorney, the judge, whatever. And it's especially if you swap any like big blocks of time or you're asking for more time. If you're fighting for more custody and the other side is saying you don't care, that you're not trying, and you are trying, but you're just verbally trying, they're obviously not going to, if you just call and say, hey, can I have little Johnny this weekend or next weekend, and they say no, then it's kind of, they're going to say, oh, he never asked or she never asked. And, you're going to say, I did, but they said no. And it's better if it's a text, because then if there's a no and you're trying to see your child, the no is in writing and you've been denied access. So that would be my tip for number 2, is just anything that could be a source of dispute while you're going through this case. Make sure it's in writing. Texts are good, emails are good. And then this is the last tip for today. If you have things that happen that can't be in a text or an email, get yourself one of these. I literally went to the Dollar Tree and it paid $1 for this book. It's a composition notebook. I mean, you can use anything. The reason why I like these is because they're not, the spiral bound are easy to tear out pages. For me, it just, I just feel like it's more complete, and if you tear out a page, it's pretty evident that you did, and why did you do that? So I like these. I'm sure even back to school time, you might be able to get them cheaper, even cheaper than for $1, but this is what I actually used during my family law custody issues when my children were little, and I had several. And they're helpful. Of course, I was going through custody issues largely before texts and emails, so that, you know, my kids are older. So, but this is still very helpful because not everything is going to be written down. So if you're on the phone and something happens, you write the time, you write the date, and you write, you know, was on the phone with my ex, asked to see Johnny at 4. She said no. Literally keep emotion out of it. It's all facts. This is just an event log, essentially. And there will be times where you might write in this a lot. And then there will be times where where maybe things are going well, or no changes, or nothing's happening, and you won't write it at all, but just, you always want to keep it. It's because you're not going to remember. Oh, I think like last month I called and asked, and she said no. Well, I mean, it's not really gonna. Obviously people can still make things up, but if you're writing stuff down as it happens, you're not trying to go through your memory and to remember what happened 2 or 3 months ago. So if you are in a higher conflict, or where things kind of need to be tracked or written down more, you know, so you might have more than these, what I would do is I would write just the date range, you know, what day the first event, you know, you wrote January 1st, 2018, and then when does it end, and so you just write that way. It's kind of easier. And then also make sure these are not out where your children can find them, because you don't want your kids to go through this and, you know, see what kind of, you know, stuff you're writing down. That's bad. Always keep, I guess that could be tip number 4, a bonus tip. Keep everything away from your children as far as the custody and divorce goes. They are innocent in all of it. They didn't ask for any of this. I think we've talked about this before, but just seriously, just keep them out of it. It's so simple to do. You just don't talk about it when they're around. If other people are there trying to talk about it, you just say, no, not right now. It's very simple, in my opinion. You just don't, it hurts kids when you do that, and you don't want to hurt your kids. You want to, you know, do the best you can for them, so do that. Keep all negative stuff away from them. If you feel like you need to vent about your case, and everybody does, then go have coffee with a friend when your children are around. Not even like while you're there, you know, at the playground. Do it when they're not anywhere near you, because, you know, it's just, even if they overhear something, it's just bad. It's just better to, you know, keep it between friends. Just get your best guy friend or your best girlfriend and go have a cup of coffee and vent, get it out of your system. Say what you need to say, and then get back to living your life and not focusing any more negative energy on negative stuff than you need to. So anyway, this is my tips for this week. And you can find out more about me if you want at www.abraham. Oops, that's not even right. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's start over that part over again. My website is www.abrahamfamilylaw.com. You can find out more about me. You can see any of the episodes of the show Coffee Breaks with Beki. And you can contact me if you'd like to, if you're looking for an attorney anywhere in California. I travel. And you can find me on social media at on Instagram and Facebook. You just search Abraham Family Law. And on Twitter, which I'm not on that much, but I'm there. So if you messaged me on Twitter, I'd see it. It's at Abraham Family LA. You can email me anytime at Beki, Beki, at abrahamfamilylaw.com. And you could even text me or call me at 707-532-5789. Again, if you're in California and you're looking for a family law attorney, I currently am offering a free 30-minute consultation. So give me a call or a text and we'll set one of those up for you. So send me your questions. I want this to be helpful for you. I want to answer your questions about family law matters, divorce, custody. So send them to me, and I will always keep them anonymous. I might say, your location so that you know it's you that I'm talking about, or I can send you a message and just let you know that the episode I'm answering your question on is airing. So anyway, I hope you have a great week and enjoy your coffee. And I'll chat with you next week. All right. Bye.